everyone. Happy 4th of July Eve. I hope you are having an amazing day today. What are you guys doing tomorrow? Please put in the comments. Are you just going to rest? Are you just going to stay home and chill? Like, what is the plan for tomorrow? I would love to hear it. My name is Nicole Brown. I work with men and women who want to be the first entrepreneurial success in their family, even if they've been paralyzed by fear. So today we are going to talk about family time. This is an awesome holiday weekend. Some of you are blessed to be off Thursday and Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Some of you guys have a 4-day weekend. And I want to talk about, what are you doing? Are you spending time with your family? It is time for you to take this time to invest in your family and reap big rewards. All right. So I know many of you are like, well, how do I do that? I don't have time. Guys, you don't need a lot of time to spend time with your family if you make it a part of your day to day thing that you do. All right. So today is just encouraging you to do something over these next few days during this holiday weekend. I'm going to be spending time with my family. As you guys know, my grandchildren currently both stay with me, their parents, and we are just doing something very small, but just chilling at home, spending time together. All right. So, the first tip I would want to encourage you to do is eat dinner together. Ha! How many of you guys do that? That is an area that I don't even think we did very well. My friend Sabrina, a couple of my friends now, my friend Nicole, a lot of times we go out to eat, and it must be a military thing. So even when we all would sit down, and let's say if we go to a restaurant, some people don't eat until everybody has been served at the table. This is an area I must grow in, because when that food comes and we've already blessed the food, I'm going in. I'm sorry your food isn't ready. But as a family, every now and then, it is such a treat. Normally at my house, 9, 10 o'clock, everybody starts rolling in from work, and we all are sitting there in the kitchen. And what are we doing in the kitchen? Hey, girl. Hey, man. How was your day? It was good. It was all right. I'm tired. Stephanie comes in. We know when she's home, she slams the garage door so hard with her tiny self, the whole house shakes. So everybody already knows that's Stephanie. So based upon how people come in the house, we know who is home. But it is a great time. So we sit in the kitchen, we have conversations, we laugh, we joke. Normally, my husband is the first one to say, all right, y'all, I'm about to go to bed. Y'all have a good night. So everybody, one by one, trickles down to where there's no one in the kitchen, lights out, we all go home. But eating dinner, go to our rooms. Eating dinner together, try it. All right. But like I said, that's the area I'm growing into, guys. Because once the food come out, I'm already ready to eat. All right. The next thing, number 2, create family traditions. What is your family tradition that you remember growing up as a kid? Most of the times we can never remember what we got as a gift as a kid. Some of you do. But honestly, I remember all the different things that I did with my family, my grandfather especially. You know, my grandfather did not make a lot of excuses, and I talk about it in my book. Even though he didn't grow up with a mother and a father in the house, my grandfather was determined that family was important. All of my cousins, we used to go every Friday night, Chesapeake Bay Seafood House. And back in the day, if you were under 6, you ate free. I think we were 6 years old until we were 12. My grandfather said, when that waiter come, you don't say nothing. Do you understand me? Yes, Papa, we ain't going to say nothing. So the lady asked everybody, how old is everybody? He said 6. And we all sitting there like we are straight 12. But that's fine. But everybody was different ages. So the waiter would look at us. We look at her. We look at my grandfather. It's like, man, we don't want to die on tonight. So we were 6 until we were 12. All right. But that is a memory I will never forget because my grandfather, all my aunts, their spouses, my mom, my dad, we all would meet at Chesapeake Bay Seafood House, way up in Maryland, DC, Maryland area. And that was our family tradition. We would go to his house afterwards and they would watch Dallas. Now, I was the oldest girl. I have an older cousin, he's a boy. And he would always, my older cousin would say, "How come Nicole is always in charge? I'm the oldest." He said, "You know what? You are in charge. You're next in charge. You're the oldest boy, so you're in charge too." So we always remembered that, but we couldn't watch Dallas. We had to go in the basement, play games. But every Friday, my grandfather treated the whole family to Chesapeake Bay Seafood House. And from that, then that goes into my third tip: plan something fun. Every year, we take a family vacation for 1 week. And one of the things that my grandfather and my aunt pitched in together, and we got a motorhome. So 1 week we went to the World's Fair, Knoxville, Tennessee. We went to Disney, Orlando, Florida, to Disney. And then we went to Myrtle Beach in 2 weeks. And we would stay at a campsite. Man, my grandfather would make sausages every morning for breakfast. And I mean the sausage links, not them little baby ones that we eat now. It's like them real pork sausages, like those Italian sausages things. My aunt Linda, she would make steak and cheese from the steakums. She would put them in the microwave. That was our thing. Everybody got a steakum every day for lunch. The steakum would go in the microwave. We put it on sandwich bread. Those are traditions and fun things that I will never forget. And so now in my own family, what do? So in a few weeks, there are 20 something of us going to Orlando, sharing one house together. And man, I cannot wait. There's 12 bedrooms. So can you imagine being in a house full of people, but at least you have a place you can go to when you just don't want to be people in no more? But I am so excited to be with my younger cousins who think I'm the most fun cousin out of everybody. So I have to bring my A game when all of us get together. So, it's all because of my grandfather who made sure that we all understood the value of family. And that is why to this day, people always say, "Y'all do everything together." Do you guys remember a few years ago when my dog graduated from training at oh my God, at PetSmart? Man, we showed up at the graduation like he was graduating from college. I mean, we cheered him on. We did it all. So those are just things that we enjoy each other's company. So make sure in the comments, if you're watching the replay, I want you to share some of the things that your family has done over the years, some family traditions, some things you would like to incorporate with your family. The next tip is express love and gratitude. Do you share with your family how much you love them, how much you appreciate them? That is the one thing my husband and I are so very blessed. Our children always let us know how much they love us, how much they appreciate us. They don't always just say it verbally. They show it in the love that they just pour on to both of us. But it is something that we just do as a family. People that are married into our family, it takes them a while to understand how we roll because some of them have never experienced it on that level. So a lot of my cousins, when they got married, their wives was like, "Okay, this is overwhelming. Y'all this nice and like all the time. Y'all look out for each other like all the time." Yes, we genuinely love each other and we love each other's company. All right. So let your family know how much you love them. Life is too short. Don't let something dumb get in between you and your family expressing how much you love them. One of the things I took away from my birthday this past few months, and it was an honor to have people say how much they loved me, they appreciated me. I was more grateful that it wasn't at a funeral, that I was able to hear about it And I didn't have to wonder what people thought. The way the love that they showered me with for my birthday was truly overwhelming, but I am forever grateful for it. All right. The next thing is um, create surprises. Have you ever been surprised? Why do people say, I don't like surprises? Why? What happened? Did a clown jump out and scare you in your childhood and you don't like a surprise? Like, what happened? Deal with that childhood trauma. It's a lot of therapists. I can help you. I can refer you to some. Why don't you like a surprise? I love coming home. It's the little things. My mother loved when my dad would come, when she would come home and my dad would clean up the house. My mother was a pine saw girl. When she walked in, if she could smell the pine saw, she was like, "Oh my God, Frank, you cleaned up. Oh my gosh, I love you." Now, knowing my dad, though, he ain't really clean. He took that pine saw, put it by the front door, wiped it with a rag so it could just stay fresh. But that was the one thing I will never forget. My mom, when my dad would clean up our apartment, man, she would come home from work. Oh, I love being here. Thank you so much, Frank, and blah, 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 blah. But for my mom, that was a surprise. And my dad would say, all right, Nicole, we're going to clean up because your mama, I don't want to hear when she come in here. But man, it's the little things that make a difference. When I go home and my husband has flowers for me on the counter in the kitchen, yes, the flowers are visible. We can see them. They're going to die at some point. But you know what that does? That lets me know that at some point today, he thought about me. And those moments are priceless moments. So I encourage you this weekend, tomorrow, even if you just have one day off, just for the rest of the year. This is July, it's the summertime. Take a moment, invest in your family. All right. And invest in yourself. But this one today, particularly, I wanted to focus on investing in your family. So eat dinner together. I'm working on that. And create family traditions. We do that already. Plan something fun. We do that already. Express love and gratitude. We do that in my family already. And create surprises. So I'm not telling you to do something that I haven't either tried or have experienced myself. All right. So I would love to hear in the comments, what are you going to do with your family? And if you don't have a family, that's okay. What do you do with your friends? Your friends become your family. So if they're not your biological family, that's okay. God gives us what we need. Trust me on that. All right. So love you guys. Y'all know tomorrow I'm going to post whatever silly thing my family decides to do tomorrow. But I pray you take a moment, enjoy time with your family. Put it in the comments, share it on social media. Let the world know that you love your family or you're working towards loving them. All right. And it doesn't matter if you didn't have it growing up, create it now. This is the worst thing, but I don't quote much of nothing that Trump said, but I never forget he did say during COVID, people have died that have never died before. And as dumb as that sounds, it's some truth to it. There are people that are dying that we never thought would die at such a young age. There are so many different things that are going on in this world. How are you going to live your life? What memories will you have with the people that you love? All right. So create more memories. All right. Love you guys. Have a fabulous day. Eat well. Exercise on Friday.